Here we'll talk about the fact that you can use a formula to calculate some common sums for summation notation. So there's special series where you can calculate the sum using a formula. And so I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit of how you use the information from the summation notation in the formula itself. So in this particular case, we're using j as our index, and j starts at 1 and it goes to 5. So j will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then our nth term, or our jth term, will actually be just j. This is a special series, and the formula for calculating the sum of the series looks like this down here. You'll notice that I just replaced the I with j, and I replaced this I with j. And then we'll go to some number n. In this case, 5 is going to be our n. Now, again, I want you to be careful. There are times where we will want to know the number of terms in the series, and we will have to take this number and subtract this number and add 1 to get the correct number. But in this case, we can use the n directly because we can see there's an n in the formula for sigma, and there's an n in the actual rule. So let's go ahead and, since we are saying this 5 is the n, let's go ahead and replace these two n's with 5. And we'll do 5 times 5 plus 1, and that is all divided by 2. And I'll go ahead and do the math here. 6 times 5 is 30, divided by 2 gets us 15. And I'm going to leave it as an exercise for you to actually write out the series. In other words, what would it look like if I actually wrote out, when j equals 1 and j equals 2 all the way to j equals 5, do I get 15? It'd be nice for you to see it both ways. And one more exercise that might be interesting for you to try. And this is from an example in the book, so you can always look at the chapter in the book that I've given to you as a PDF file in the assignment schedule. There is a problem where it goes, I don't think they're using the letter k, but I will, just for fun. K will be equal to 1, and it will go up to 7, and then you're supposed to figure out what is k squared. And again, you can just use this formula right here to calculate. And to me, what would be really cool is if you wrote out all the terms and added them up, and then tried using this formula and see if you get the same answer. If you can do that, you can look at the example in the book and then double check and see that you got the correct result. Or let's discuss tomorrow in class.